All right, welcome in, fans, to Canandaigua Braves Boys Lacrosse here on the station for Braves Nation, the home for high school sports. Chosen Spa Radio. As always, I'm Craig the Spaz Man Simmons, your round mound of sound, and as always, it's my absolute and utter pleasure and immense joy to be coming at you live from within the confines of the press box overlooking Braves Field on the eastern side of Canandaigua Academy campus for this Section 5 matchup between the visiting McQuaid Jesuit Knights at 4-2 and the host Canandaigua Braves at 9-0, and we are underway. First face-off at the circle. Canandaigua is going from my left to right, shooting on the southern goal, defending the northern goal. They have first possession, first opportunity to draw blood. It looks like Elliot Morgan gets to touch over on the other side inside the box. Canandaigua's all set offensively. They get their line in. Their middies looks like Spin Blazak, Domcom, Dominic Camella, and Elliot Morgan on the right-hand side now switches up. Right in the center is Camella, goes over to Blazak, and he's got to use at least 4 rungs on that step ladder to go up and get that. 4 12-minute quarters. McQuaid again 4-2. Here comes Spin Blazak. Instead of shooting, he goes to Tallman. Tallman with 11 apples on the season leads the way here for Canandaigua, and we have a flag on the field already with 11:17 left to play. Looks like it's going to go against McQuaid. It's going to go against the Knights, the head coach, Terry Corcoran. I have a great story to tell you about Terry Corcoran at halftime. He is a great dude. I was such a Corcoran mark when he was playing for Hobart, and that plays into my little story, you know what I'm saying? But he is the coach. He's been there for a couple seasons. I think 2018 was his first year. So Canandaigua looking to draw first blood. Don't let that 4-2, those 2 losses that the Knights have suffered to Fairport and Corning. Don't let those fool you, man. This is a good team. Canandaigua cannot take them lightly. You know what I mean? Canandaigua might have to come out here and start banging right away, and they do get a shot off Domcom right inside from about 10 yards out. Goes high, but it's backed up nicely by Bellis. Here's Bellis. It was backed up nicely by Canandaigua. And I do believe that's Jackson Grant over here on this side, the number 3. Oh, here's a bouncer put down by Elliot Morgan. Morgan pulls the trigger looking for his 7th on the season. Shout out to Sammy B. Sam Bennett. 6 games this season with at least a hat trick. And I believe he got 6 alone against Pittsford in that let's just say that victory. I was good. I've got to remain diplomatic. 10:25 left to play. And everybody even Steven here. Canandaigua unable to knock one down. They did get a couple looks. Ball on the left wing. They bring it up in the alley. Grant loses the cradle. And it's going to be picked up by McQuaid's Stanford Smith, the junior. And let's see if they can get it across in time. Let's see if they are able to clear. They do get it across. The long pole brings it up. Looks like that's Hunter Smith, the junior. He's got an assist on the season. Nice check, though, by the Canandaigua defense. Loses the ball, picks it up, and I do believe that McQuaid is going to call timeout. It's been a great team effort. But speaking of that, I asked Coach Stanley what makes this defense so good, and he said they play together. They play together, and they communicate, and they help each other out. And there you go. And they don't mind being bullies when they have to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think a good defense has to be that, folks. A good defense has to be physical and aggressive. We'll talk about that here as McQuaid has their first real good opportunity. Try to get a good look on frame against Fayola, who coming in today has 63 saves. Here's a right-hander. He just might as well send out an email blast that he was going to take that. Canandaigua did. They showed him a little disrespect there against Mike Hazard. He's got 8 and 4 for 12. A little bit of respect. Didn't slide over and come up and put some stick on them hands. He was able to drop down a couple steps, take a couple yards, and throw the hands. Blessedly for Canandaigua. Strike 1. Blessedly for the Braves, though. it went like 16 feet over the crossbar. So here's McQuaid with another opportunity, because in case you didn't know, the team that's closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds after the shot, they get possession, and McQuaid was there. That's on McQuaid at the GLE. Left hand pass over here on the right side. Great ball movement, and nice job by Cam Hocker to try to get his 10th. He was trying to find that area over on the opposite side behind Fayola, who was here hugging the near side upright. So he didn't come out and try to take an angle away, because when you do that over here on the side, you've now opened up both uprights and given him a lot more room to shoot. So just as much as that shot was errant, that was great defense by Fayola to force him to take that kind of shot. So once again, McQuaid with another opportunity here. So putting this defense to work, and that's one thing that's got to come into the game plan. If you can wear this Canandaigua defense down, and hopefully they are suffering from attrition, sometime around the fourth quarter when a lot of games are won and lost. Why not do it in the sun? Here comes McQuaid, wraps around, great defensive check right in front by the Braves, and Fayola's got it. And one clearing pass attempt out here to Grant over his head. Now goes into Canandaigua territory offensively down here. And what do we have? We've got a whistle all the way back here in the Canandaigua defensive end. And didn't see it. Was that, Greg, what was the call there, my brother? What's that? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, Canandaigua, come on now, Canandaigua, they were able to capitalize over here on a turnover. Now they got to capitalize on that call, on that restart, and get set offensively and knock one down here with 7:30 left to play. All right, both teams, I guess Canandaigua with a couple more opportunities, but both teams coming up empty-handed. Devin York, the head coach here for Canandaigua, and that's my dude. If you have something to say bad about him, you're talking about me. And here's a shot on the left-hand side by Sammy B. Thought it was in, it wasn't. Boy, that almost looked like it went through the goal, man. Looks like it went through it, or was I seeing things?
I don't know if it did.
It certainly looked it. But anyway, let's see with the ball over here. Domcom, the Class A Section 5 football player of the year for Section 5. Now he's Chosen Spot Radio's Section 5 football player of the year. Not just Class A, all classes. Loose ball, Tallman. Over to the left-hand side. Here's the shot. And Canandaigua is on the board at 6:43 left to play here in the first. CA. 6:43. Greg, who got that goal? Do we know who got that goal? Ask Mark, would you? Please. Canandaigua draws first blood, though, at 6:43. Who got it? Spin? Spin, blaze it? Thanks, yeah. All right, so the spin man, the spinnaker, he gets one for Canandaigua. That is going to be his 12th of the season. We're back at it, and here we go. And McCroby, the Marcus Whitman transplant, is going to pick one up. 22 is, let's see, that's Henry Koch. Henry Koch, the sophomore, doing the face-off duty. So here is Big Red, man, Big Red. He's gingerific. I call him the Big Ginger, you know what I mean? You can't call him the Ginger Ninja because he's too big to run and hide, man. No matter where he hides, what he gets behind, you're going to be able to see Cody Ike. He's going to go to Cortland and play for the Red Dragons. Sam Bennett. It was Sammy B. Sammy B. All right, so it was Bennett. Sammy B. that got the goal. Oh, here's Ike out in front. He tries to over the shoulder with the back to the goalie move. Almost got it. Connor Winters in goal for the night. 70 saves, 34 goals against in 285 minutes. So that was Sammy B. Sammy B. I'll tell you in just a second how many that is for Sammy B on the season. Canandaigua with it behind with Tallman. Like I said, Cam Tallman, 11 assists. He's going to go to SUNY Oswego and play a little lacrosse. Swing it over here to Domcom. Camella down the right hash marks. He gets forced out by the good defense of Connor McCool. I don't care who you are, what you say, that's a cool name. Oh, who is that? Didn't see who it looks like. Bellis. Bellis ended up falling down, lost the ball. Great hustle by Big Red. Look at that. When you think Ike, you don't think fleet of foot, but he sure was quick enough to get over there and save that ball from going out of bounds. 5:10 left to play here in the first. Here's Ike up top. Tries to spin dodge, comes back the other way, leaning in, lets one go. And not too hard to save there for Connor Winters, and you knew all day long that Ike was going to take that shot. So here comes, he was going to take some kind of shot. Yeah, I used to say this about Mitch Pfeiffer. There isn't a shot Cody Ike doesn't like. 4:45 left to play, and I like that about him. Don't be thinking I'm saying that's a bad thing. McQuaid, ball up top, long pull of Connor McCool. Finally dishes it down to the right wing, angling in on goal. Doesn't have a cutter out front. Did have Woodard over here, the sophomore, on the left-hand side. Wasn't confident in that. Just waved it off. Again, nobody cutting. Now ball over on the right alley. Over there with Cam Hocker, 9-2 for 11 for the senior. Over here, who's his number 44? John Harding. He's got 4 goals. He's a freshman. Young team, sounds like. Now, the last time these guys played was in 2018, and it did not end well for the Braves. There's no question about that, but that was the first ever McQuaid victory against Canandaigua, who leads the overall series 15-1. Did you know that, Greg? That was McQuaid's first victory ever against Canandaigua. But it was a big one. It was like 18-6 or 16-8 or one or the other. Here's a shot, right-hander from the left-hand side by Harding, goes wide left. Now, here's the thing, fans. When I say left and right, I'm talking about as if you're a player facing the goal, okay? And when I say in the slot, that's just the area right down the middle, like in between the 2 hash marks, the 2 football hash marks. That's what I call the slot, Broadway, Main Street, whatever, all right? And then they call the island is a 5x5 area right out in front of the goal. So here's a nice job. Nemo's going to pick it up for Canandaigua. Jackson Neiman comes over to Domcom up the middle, and don't even bother trying to win that foot race, brother. Come on now. I get you taking a couple swats at him, though. I would, too, because that's all you're going to get. Jackson Grant down on the right-hand side. They swing it over to the other side. I do believe, is that Sammy B doing his thing? Nope, that's spin. Sorry about that spin. Nice job on the swim defense by Smith. You got to be careful you don't make contact on the head. You make contact on the head going over the head like that, you're risking it. But 2:45 left to play here in the first. Canandaigua leading 1-0. Canandaigua winning the time of possession battle, keeping the Knights from an opportunity to get rid of that bagel off the board. I will tell you, game time 7:13. Sunny and got to be about 75, man. Cam Tallman, the senior, in the end zone, right on the A, right in the middle, in the uprights, right at the X. Swim move. Left-hander, he's going to get a shot off. Nice save there, though. Nice save by Koch. And loose ball, and it's going to be picked up by Hunter Smith. Smith is going to get it up here to the long pole of McCool, and he's off to the races. He does clear it across midline. Now the Knights will look for a touch, get it inside the box. There you go. Now he's going to pop right back out. That would be Harding up top, while McQuaid gets the personnel they want in the game, which is Rory Fitzpatrick, sophomore. Couple goals on the season. He's going to take it down the right side, down the right alley. They get it to the GLE. Nice hard pass over here. Just a little too hard. Just a little too hard. Who was that? I do believe. Is that 20? No, that's a 30, my brother. Oh, is that 35? Max at Eddinghausen? All right, what's the call? We got a call here. What do we have going on? Wake up, Spaz, man. Get back in the game. Get your head in the game. Oh, what is it? 1:32 left to play here in the first. Somebody is going into a timeout. I personally have not been able to ascertain who that is, but as soon as I know, you will know. Table set, 1:32. Oh, it's going against Spin Blazek. It's a 30-second. Probably something like a push. Was it a push maybe? Like a push, whatever. Greg, you're not talking much today.
I was looking over to see that JV game, man.
You do your. Oh yeah, they're playing JV right now. JV playing over there on Exhibition Field. I was able to do the JV game against Fairport. Canandaigua got whooped pretty good, but they got some positives. Connor McKenna came out with a hat trick. Isaac Coletti battled valiantly at the X. Now McQuaid in the emo for another 4 seconds. And emo is just an anagram for extra man opportunity. Here we are, back to even Steven. All good, 6-on-6. Where else would you rather be, man, on a Monday night? Maybe at a racetrack. You got me with a racetrack. But anywhere else, I want to be at a high school lacrosse, football, just high school sports. Man, these kids playing with heart. Look what they've gone through over the last year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Final 30 seconds. McQuaid going to do the best they can to wind that clock down as close as they can to 0. Here is Eddinghausen. Man, he is fighting through a lot of contact, but he finally gets hit hard enough. The ball comes out. Fayola is going to launch it right down to the end. Tallman unable to grab it. I'll tell you what, that was a great pass. And I think I'm gonna give Cam credit. Here's McQuaid trying to knock one down as time runs out, but I'm going to give Cam credit and the benefit of the doubt, because that sun, I was thinking about talking about that as I came in. That sun setting out here in the northwestern side of the the property is right in the eyes of the goalie on the southern end, and any player that's looking that way. And fresh 12. Canandaigua leading 1-0. Switch ends. McQuaid in black shorts, black jerseys. I'll go with gold numbers. I don't think that's goldish, but that's what I'm going to go with. And black lids. Here we are, and that is going to be won by, oh man, don't look, Henry Koch. Henry Koch. All right, so the goalie is Winters. That great stop I gave earlier to a guy named Koch, it wasn't him. It was Winters. Oh, we got a flag. We got a flag over here on this side right around the 40. McQuaid with the ball, so they're not going to blow the whistle and enforce that until Canandaigua gains possession, which doesn't look good for Canandaigua because that means it calls against them. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Greg? And loose ball in there. Canandaigua is going to pick it up. You're going to see Fayola, also known as Mate. So what did St. John Fisher College men's lacrosse finally finish up with, Greg?
They had 4. I think they were 12-4 on the year.
Okay. Who'd they lose to? Tufts.
Tufts lost RIT.
I was going to say, yeah, but RIT beat Tufts, man. And listen, my 2 favorite teams, the New York Yankees and whoever beats the Tufts. I'm sure it was a great game. Wasn't it like a 2-goal game or something? Yeah. I love talking with lacrosse people, and then you're right, and they go like, inside their head, hopefully they go, hey man, maybe he does know a little bit about the game. Anyway, final 11 minutes here in the first half, and the penalty, Sammy B, down to 5 seconds. So let's see if Canandaigua, this vaunted defense here, is going to be able to stand in. Ball over on the GLE. They can't get the shot off, and Canandaigua is going to kill off another emo opportunity for McQuaid Jesuit. Unable to put that in. I will say that I asked one of the Knights players, here's a shot, and I think that was soaked up by the foot of Nemo before it ever got to meet. So could be wrong. And as always, don't tell Mrs. Spaz, man, I admitted that I might be wrong. So we see the ladies down along the fence. That's one thing that, as recently as just a couple of weeks ago, nobody was able to stand along the fence, and that's one of the more popular places to stand. Here's a right-hand runner, goes wide left. Nice shot by number 3, Mike Hazard, the senior, 8, 4, and 12. And the first number's goals, second number's apples, which is assists, and third is total points. So the ladies down there, I think, are at 9-2. They lost to South Jefferson, faced a lot of adversity. Let's just leave it at that. Final 10 minutes. Man, look at this great defense. They'll take you one-on-one. They'll take you they'll put a nice slide package together against you. Hey, Ronnie, what's up, my brother? I was just talking about the ladies. You know what I mean? Just talking. Did you want a headset, man? No. All right, I was going to say, if you want a headset, let me know, but I'm glad you did. Thanks, brother. All right, 9:39 left to play. That's great. See, some people get it, Greg. Some people get it. Come and say hey to the dude. I love that. Ronnie just went to Henrietta Hots last week, too, and ate me a plate. Oh, there's going to be – oh, no call. Nice. Very nice. Canandaigua getting away with some physicality over there. And you know what? I'm all right with that. Look at him walking with some swagger. Is that Platten? That's got to be Platten. Anyway, Canandaigua on the transition coming the other way. Yeah, look at him walking right up the seam like, hey, this is my house, man. That's right. That's right. Trying to come up on me. Gonna go to Yale. Greg. What kind of grades do you have to go to that school? That is, I mean, that's the best, the very best of the best, you know. And it's going to be exciting to dude. Hopefully he's able to, get on the team and make an impact. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, if he keeps playing the way he just did right there, he's going to be just fine. I'll never forget the day my son came to me and he goes, Dad, what do I have to do to be a better linebacker? I said, find the ball, get to it, and take out whoever has it. You hit hard whenever you can. And he goes, yeah, but the coach said. I said, dude, trust me, productivity is what they're looking for. And from a defender, you got to be physical. All right, we got a flag over here. On the near side.
The kid asked for it, he got it.
All right. So you're telling me the kid kind of was John and said, well, go ahead, throw it on me. So the ref said, oh, okay, all righty. See, it's been my experience, folks, that the refs, they don't just wake up and say, hey, how can I do this, or how can they, they're pretty even Steven out there, but you can also push them just a little too far sometimes. So, I don't know. It is what it is. And then there's that NBA guy. Oh, we got a timeout. Must have carried over. What are we at? No, 8:32 in the second. Okay. Gotcha.
That's a kid McQuaid can throw his hand in the air.
Yes. Yeah, but it's all strategy, Greg. We're just talking strategy up here, folks. How kids, how the game is played. Yep. Yeah, it's on the ref. You know how he's going to call it. So they swing it back up top in the slot. They're just going to wheel it around the outside and try to find the seam against this Canandaigua defense. In this situation, when you're down 6-5, you just got to go into pack the paint mode. You just protect the area out in front and try and keep them from getting a shot. But you got to be able to move that ball around quick to be able to beat that defense and find a spot. Down to 20 seconds. Oh, yard sale. Eddinghausen lost his stick. And there's another one. We got another one. Big old yard sale going on out in the middle, right in the slot, going down the left-hand side. So good takeaway there by Canandaigua. Great defense. And listen, I've seen a lot of lacrosse. I see a lot of defenses that are just, they're not soft, but they play too soft. There's a way of saying it without being, too critical. Just, you got to get physical. You got to be physical. And like Greg and I were just talking about, okay, listen, the ref is going to set the tone for what you can and can't do. But you don't know where the edge is until you're willing to go over it, and that was a great save. A great save there by Winters on the low shot. Bringing the ball across was McCool, and he's thinking that wasn't cool, but he picks it up, he winds up, he lets it go. And I don't know if Meat got a piece of that or not. I didn't necessarily see the ball deflect, but I'll tell you what, man, McCool was winding up. He took that shot from the parking lot, man. Woo! He had that thing wound up higher than my blood pressure, and that is way up there. 6:40 left to play here in the first half. Game time 7-27. McQuaid with the ball trailing 1-0. 6:30 left to play in the first half. Yeah, first half brought to you by J.W. Plumbing. J.W. Plumbing, 6:15 left to play now. McQuaid purposely slowing things down here to maintain possession. Oh, they throw it away, though. Just as I say that, they throw it away, and it's going to be picked up by Canandaigua. Brought right down Main Street. Left hand wing pass. Sammy B lets the right hand sidewinder go. Can't knock it down. Backed up, though, by the Knights. Was that Nemo that brought it down? The long pole that went? 5:45 left to play. Oh, is that 7? Because if that was 7, that's Nick Herbst. Was that Nick Herbst, bro? I think it was Nick Herbst. Good job, Nick. Good job running. Nice. Going to, don't tell me, Brockport. Going to play football at Brockport. All right, nice takeaway there by Platt. And this Canandaigua, one thing you don't want this Canandaigua defense to do is start getting swag on you. If they start getting some swag on you, they're going to start, as I said earlier, they're not afraid. I'm not calling them that. I'm just saying, and like I say, they're like a diesel engine. You know, you got to warm the plugs up, and then you got to turn to this, and you got to, wait it, let it run for 15 minutes before you can use it. Forget that. Go from 0 to 100. 5:10 left to play. Canandaigua up 1-0 in possession, going right to left, which is south to north. Cherry and gray, folks. Just so you know, cherry and gray, not red and gray. That's a shot, but I'm not going to say who it's at. 4:50 left to play. Canandaigua with the ball up top, right near the midfield line with Dominic Camella over here to Spin Blazak. Now people go, where do you get the name Spin? Well, his dad is a big sailing guy, and Spinnaker is a sailboat part. So there you go. That's the Let's Make Them Think I'm Smart segment of the show. Hey, that's Bazman. He's smart. All right, pass out in front. Domcom can't pull the trigger. Passes out in front. Underhand by Elliott Morgan. Comes to Tallman. Left-hand side. Sammy B lets it go. Goes wide right, though. Goes over to the far corner where it's backed up by Canandaigua. I think that's, is that Bellis? Starting to get used to how everybody plays and looks and, their tendencies while they're moving and stuff. Come on, man, it was almost 2 years since we called a game. It was crazy. Before this season, the last game I did was that Victor game at St. John. Blazak, I don't know what that call is going to be. Blazak was ready to wind up right over, just near the right alley. Let it go. There is a flag down. There is a flag over on the 5-yard line, which is 5 yards behind the goal line. Coming up for the runner, lets it go, no good. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to go with that being Sammy B. 13:20 left to play. No, 3:20. My bad. Greg, correct me. 3:20. Here's Morgan zigzagging, lets it go, gets the bouncer, and it's good. Elliott Morgan with number 7 on the season for the junior midi. Comes at 3:15 left to play in the first half. Makes it Canandaigua 2, McQuaid nothing. McQuaid still fighting to get that bagel off of there. Elliott Morgan, what did I say, for the 7th time? So 7 and 2 for 8. Up next for Canandaigua. One of the undefeated teams in Section 5. There's, 5 of them? 5 of them. And 4 of them are in Class A along with Canandaigua. It's crazy. Here's the face-off, and still on the carpet. And it's going to be almost picked up by Brenton Palladino, the freshman over there, but it's going to go off of him instead. Unable to get the stick under the ball. You got to get the stick under the ball, bro. So, it could be a mechanics thing or whatever. Defenders and ground balls, I tell you. That's one thing Joy was always good at with the ground ball. He was great on the clear. Speaking of which, Platt gets it across. Spin. Left-hander, well, falling down over on the right-hand side. Who is that, dude? Oh, it's Jackson Grant. I'm so mad at myself. 2:50 left to play. 7:35 game time. Sun's starting to set. Lights, I was going to say, will start to be warming up here pretty soon, but it does appear that they already are. This is a top-notch multi-use facility. Here comes Dom Comp down the slot. Oh, he gets it checked away, and then it's kicked away by the defender nicely over to the other side, and then we got a stick check and a scrum. We got a scrum going on right around a 30, picked up by Sammy B with the left-hand scoop. Now he's going to pick it up on the left, and they're going to walk it all the way up top. Grant, Dominator, Domcom, Dominic Camella, whatever you want to call him. Love it. 2:05 left to play here in the first half. Canandaigua up 2-0 over the 4-2 McQuaid Jesuit Knights. Sammy B, Sam Bennett right down the slot, going to let it go. That was definitely soaked up before it got through. But there to pick it up is Cam Tallman. Stocky dude. Like I said, we talk about how strong Camella is, Taylor, all these other guys. I'll tell you, that's one tough dude too, Cam Tallman. Camella up top, misses the intended target. But Jackson Grant over there to pick it up. Jackson Grant, the Tim McKenna construction grinder of the game with 4 goals against Fairport. And that, 15-6 win? 15-6 win, I believe, on Friday. It's physical, you know what I'm saying? So here we go. Coming out of the timeout, I'll set the table. 1:25 left to play. Canandaigua leading 2-0. Canandaigua Braves 9-0. The McQuaid Knights 4-2. Canandaigua looking to burn some time. Burn some time off of that clock that is just, it's a beautiful, beautiful board. And it's loud. The speakers get it done. And it's beautiful. It's just nice to look at when it's in the sun. Cherry and gray. Final minute. Ball up top here at the 40 with Morgan. Defense is going to walk him down the sideline. Now he's thinking about coming over with 45 left to play. Comes down over here on the right-hand or the left-hand side to spin to Blazak. Back up top to Morgan. What's that? Yeah, it was. Uh-oh. Greg, they're looking for you. 27. Right in the slot with Blazak. I mean, premier skier here at whatever level he's doing this at. Final 15 seconds. Can Canandaigua get a good look at winners? They swing it around over on the left-hand side. Going to come around, take the shot. Took a nice hit afterward, did Jackson Grant, but a really nice save by Winners. And then he launches it. And, boy, I'll tell you, it's got to be tough for Meek to pick that ball up when it's coming in. When it's coming in hot and heavy, which is a good thing. That bodes well for Winters because that will come into play in the next 12 minutes. I guarantee you, it's almost already there. So we're back at it. Canandaigua defending the Northern. McQuaid, the Southern, grinding it out. The wings are in. And it is going to be picked up by McCool, the long pole. That's not the first time that we've heard that tonight. Getting physical over there. Woo! Things are getting rowdy over there on that side. They're going to call a timeout. I'll give you some of the back thing. Look for different cleat colors. So now I see Platten is wearing red and white cleats. You know what I mean? So, nice poke, and the ball is going to come back to Canandaigua. You saw that check. And you can't sleep on this Canandaigua team. I think Harding kind of, tried to get it over to Big Red. And if it's a battle of physicality, I'm going to go with Ike and Tallman on that one. But the Knights are able to get rid of the ball over here on the near side. They bring it up the left alley and angle it back over with the long pull of Hunter Smith. Smith already with 1 apple on the season. And an apple, I've said it 1,000 times, fans. It's just another word. It's hockey speak for an assist. And I've always said that there are a lot of parallels between hockey and lacrosse. And I go right with it. Oh, they try to pass it down inside the island. Actually would have been an island shot, I think, for Eddinghausen. Would have got his 19th, or a shot at his 19th. And ball's going to go out of bounds over here on the near side. And it'll go to Canandaigua. Already holding on to a 2-0 lead with 10:35 left to play here in the third quarter. Third quarter. Brought to you by, just watching the action, 10:20 left to play. Sammy B over here on the right side. Domcom and Blazak. You know Dom Camella. All right, now I was making a point earlier, and then I talked myself right out of it, so. Oh, nice move by Domcom there. 9:50. Here's a right-hander over on the left-hand side. Sammy B trying to knock another one down, looking for number 27 on the season. Dude's going to RIT. RIT going to play for the national championship against Salisbury. 9:40. Oh, Sammy B still. Oh, I thought he got it off. Might have got it off, but it whiffed. It gets picked back up by the Braves. Over here on the side by Blazak to Tallman. Left-hand side. Sammy B with the fake. Dumps it back down to Tallman. Looking for a quick pass out front to Ike. Lets it go. Woof. Man, I'll tell you what, if there's one dude out there who a defender can justifiably curl up and go, please don't hit me with that, it's going to be Cody Ike. No doubt about it. Not that Sammy B. Dude, you give Sammy B. You give him an opportunity to step down, and he's going to throw both hands at you. And he's got a good crank, too. Here is Tallman, GLE. Left-hand side, lets it go. Goes wide. And Blazak is over there to back it up. 8:57 in the third. 7:57 is game time. I don't think there's any racing going on tonight for me to miss. So this game can take as long as we need to. 8:45. 2-0. Canandaigua leading. Move towards the goal. That's got to be Camella. They try to get it back up to Ike. Man, he's taking a whack. The official's right there. Didn't see the official reaching, so nice job. Let's see if Canandaigua can readjust. Slide down. They do. They put the stop on it. Oh, nice little move over here on the left-hand side, though, by Chris Mooney. He's got a couple goals. They get it back up top to Woodard. Woodard comes down, lets it go left-handed, but behind is Mexfield Eddinghausen, 18-7 for 25. He is the leader in all of the important offensive categories here for McQuaid. All right. The Knights coming off a 14-6 win at HFL last Friday. Canandaigua 15-6 over Fairport here. Left-hander by Eddinghausen goes through the mouth of the crease and out of bounds over here in the end zone of the two-time consecutive Section 5 Class A football champions. 7:40. Had a lot of fun this season, no doubt. Second straight in a row. A lot of accolades, all that good stuff, which don't matter as much as all the experiences. Here's the Malachi Crunch by Lenz, and I couldn't see who else over there on the far side, and is picked up by the Braves coming down the left sideline. And then they dish it off and get it. Boy, I'll tell you, First time I saw these jerseys, it took me this long to say something about it. First time I saw these jerseys, I was like, no way, man. That was that Teddy Lenz who took the ball coast to coast over there? If that was the senior, man, that dude's like 6'12", 6'55". I believe it was, man. And now ball loose on the carpet, right at the 20, kicks out, and Fayola's going to pick it up. Fayola with a quick pass out here to Elliot Morgan. He falls down, goes facial with McCool, loses it. Ball right at the 50, and they're going to award the ball to Canandaigua. Man, this is a great game, though, dude. 6:36. Always do your best to be your best. 2-0 Canandaigua leading. What a great game. The only problem is it's not necessarily is it the defense of McQuaid or Canandaigua's got to tighten up on the ball a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Got to tighten up on the ball a little. 6:25. Yep, 6:20. Canandaigua up 2-0. McQuaid looking in the sun to shoot, but it's going down. It matters. Not that much. Nice intercept. Nice takeaway down here by Brady Camella. Now the ball is on the carpet. Still going after it. And you want to talk about muscular Camellas. This kid is a junior. I'll put him up against anybody. You know what I'm saying? Dude, how cool is that he got the block for his brother? He got the block for his brother going after the block successfully. Whew. So Andy Verheil, when Greg Herbst and I were talking about player of the game at the Greece Athena game, we made the Camellas player of the game. We said Brady and Dominic Camella, the Tim McKenna construction grinders of the game. Andy Verheil texts me and says, hey, can we just give it to Todd and Lisa Camella for making those guys? 5:35. I thought that was funny. Oh, and a pick up takeaway over there by Jackson Grant. McQuaid unable to get a look at Fayola. Canandaigua defense coming up again. Now, bad transition, and it's going to be picked up on the run by Hunter Smith. Brings it down, wing pass over here on the side. Yep, there it is. Oh, we got a flag afterward, but the goal is Chris Mooney's, and that's going to be his third of the season. Chris Mooney with his third puts the goal is good. Puts McQuaid on the clock at 5:14 left to play in the third. And that was Mooney with his third. And just like that, it's 2-1. And 2-1 is a lot different than 2-0. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I think we have a penalty. Nope, they waved it off. They waved it off on the goal. Cool. Hold on a sec, folks. I'll be right back. So again, McQuaid, the quintessential example of not letting a record compel you to gauge their, how good they are by that number, because this McQuaid team right here is hanging tough. Net face-off win by Henry Koch. I'll tell you what, at the X, Koch, but they're going to throw it away. They throw it down. I don't know if it was checked. I'm not sure. I think it was just a bad throw. They brought right down the slot, and nobody in a McQuaid jersey was in front of it. Here is Brady Camella over on the side. He's one of my my basketball players back when he was in second, third grade. Platten, the Yale commit. Can't wait to watch him play with the Dogs. Comes down, lets it go wide right. Eric Platten gets a big round of applause from the faithful here. Looking for his first goal. Would that be his first varsity goal? Did he play as a freshman? Did Platten play as a freshman?
Yes, he did. I don't know if he.
I don't know. I gotta look that up, because I always like to call out first goals, first evers. Here's Jackson Grant. Like I said, 4 goals on Friday, man. Definitely the Tim McKenna construction grinder there. I came down. It was a tight score, I think, with like at the end of the first or something like that. And Canandaigua, Canandaigua, Coach York and his staff, very, very good at making adjustments. Here's the runner down into the slot. Man, eats a lot of defense. Ends up on the carpet. And here comes the McQuaid Jesuit Knights coming back the other way. The long pole of Smith, unable to get a shot off. He's going to give it off to Woodard. Woodard walks it down, dumps it down to Eddinghausen in the way far corner. Now Eddinghausen is going to come up and wait for some personnel to check in. Mike Hazard the senior, as well as John Harding, a freshman. McQuaid Jesuit, private school out of The Rock. 3 minutes left to play here in the third. Canandaigua up 2-1. It's been a great game, I'll tell you that much. It's Canandaigua, both teams basically even statistically. Here's a shot and a great stick save off the bouncer by Meat. Fayola, clearing pass, near side. Brings it up the right sideline. Does P.J. Rude. P.J. Rude over to Jackson Grant. You know P.J. Rude's older sister, Clancy, made all conference second team, I think. I know she was co-defender of the year, though. Man, she best face guard I've ever seen. I'm going on record as saying Clancy Rude, best face guard I have ever seen. She shut down the number one commit in that 2019 game against Eastport's South Manor down at Cortland. Canandaigua down the left-hand side, lets it go. Spin Blazak looking for another one. Backed up nicely by McCool. So McCool over to Winters. Over to the far side to Smith. 145. Tallman comes up, tries to ride, tries to knock it down. Ball up now on the GLE on the right-hand side with Hazard. Gonna switch with Koch. Koch is gonna, is that 22 or 29? That might, no, that's 29. I knew I didn't have that one right. Alex Saracine, one goal. I thought it would be Saracini. They told me Saracine. So we're going with it. So if I said that wrong, Saracines or Saracinis, I apologize. One of your players told me it was that. So ball up top around the 25. Love using the football numbers. Here is an underhander. No good by Hazard. That's a hazard to go into Eric Platten's territory. 55.5. And that's good defense. And another great save by Meat. Listen, the shooters are doing the right thing. They're making Fayola move his stick. The only problem is Fayola's got really quick hands. That dude's got really quick hands. And he can move the stick. Here comes Grant right down the slot. Left wing pass. Little offline, but Bennett does a great job of reaching out and pulling that down. Now they swing it back up top over here to Grant. 18 seconds. Can Canandaigua get back to that 2-goal buffer? Yeah, they got the Coleone family has a lot of buffers. Down to 9. Counting on Grant. Spin move. GLE. Tallman. Got to get it out front. You only got 2. 1. Grant lets it go. And it's going to hit the outside of the net. So at the end of the third, the score is Canandaigua 2. McQuaid Jesuit Knights 1. So here we go. Final frame, folks. Canandaigua leading 2-1 over the McQuaid Jesuit Knights. The sun is down. The sun is down. The lights will be up here in 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And it's going to be a great, great atmosphere. Let's see. Here we are. Back at the face-off. Morgan down. Everybody down. Sticks in. Wings in. Here we go. What's the call? They're going to give it to Canandaigua. So Canandaigua, most of the time when you get in there, the call they're going to make is a push of some kind. Because, for one, they just don't want y'all. They're not going to let you guys stand there for 2 minutes and beat and bang on each other with sticks like that. They're going to call it, and they're going to make a call. And, that's it. They're basically going to use a push call or say, sometimes somebody will get a little rambunctious with that long pole and start, slashing in there, and they'll call that. But most of the time in that situation, in those scrums for the face-off loose ball, they're going to call a push. 11:15 left to play here in the final frame. Canandaigua 2-1. Sammy B takes it over. Nothing doing. Good defense. Nice little package there by the slide. They give it to Elliot Morgan. He leans in, sheds the defense, and comes over here to Jackson Grant. Domcom along the numbers. Now he goes over towards the center, towards the slot, looking for a cutter out front. Dang, he had Bellis. Bellis was there. Man, I think Bellis was there on that, my dude. But anyway, 10:45. Canandaigua, I'll tell you what, they're definitely guarding out front. They're definitely guarding out front, man. And they're forcing you to take longer shots, which is okay, though, because Canandaigua's got snipers, too. They got snipers. They got door ringers. They got bell knockers. They got whatever you need, man. So a bell knocker's just a guy who's playing the crease. That's all. He's knocking on the door, 10:15 left to play. Canandaigua hold on to that 2-1 lead. And as long as there's a dub, that's all that matters. And Camella is going to end up getting stripped. And here comes McQuaid in transition. McCool on the run. Met by Jackson Grant, who checks it out of his hand, though. Morgan tries to pick it up. Platton can't get a hold of it. It's on the carpet. Nemo comes through. He puts a stick on Eddinghausen, but Eddinghausen, he can't pick it up still. And Brady Camella's going to come up with it. Wow, what a series. Man, for anybody listening on the radio, I hope my call was apt in describing and defining how awesome that just was. This, however, is their third straight home game. All right, bringing it across is Eric Platton. What a great game. Great game, close game, very well played, very well coached. All right, actually, I think both teams kind of need to tighten up on the ball, but at the same time, when the defense is that good, they're going to force a lot of that. Obviously, you don't want unforced errors. We've seen some of those. But the forced ones, that's just good defense. And both of these guys, in my estimation, are playing good defense. But, you expect that from coaches of this caliber. Kyle Stanley's not going to let anybody get lazy out here on defense. Domcom. Oh, pull the trigger, dude. All right, Tallman, literally at the X. Oh, passes it. Head to Sammy B. Cutter goes through, picked up here by Jackson Grant on the near side. And I got to give Alex Saracine, the sophomore, credit because he sprinted right out here with Grant. There's no give in this McQuaid team. That's the thing. They're grinding. Their whole team is full of grinders. They're not afraid to just keep battling. They don't use a whole lot of. Neither team actually uses a whole lot of substitution. So, you keep the. Here's a shot on the right hand side. That was Sammy B. I know it was. That was Sammy B, right? Sammy B, right here. Had to be. Huh? I think it was spin. It was spin. My bad. It was spin. Spin. Blazak. Now he's got one. We gave him one earlier. And it turned out to be Sammy B. Now I'm trying to give Sammy B one, and it turned out to be spin. Come on. You can't write this stuff. You can't. Canandaigua. Spin Blazak. Now that is definitely Spin's 12th of the season. And you hear this Canandaigua contingency getting fired up. I think that was Quinn Tallman out there trying to get the Canandaigua. And there's and the face-off win is going to go to Canandaigua. I think that's P.J. Root over here on the near side. It is. Greg, it's hard to read those jerseys. It really is. I'm just making excuses for myself here. Spin. Darn, when was that? All right, I'll give it at like 8:30. So Canandaigua back to a 2-goal buffer. And if you're down on the field, if you're taking pictures, if you're down there, you can hear the defense talking to each other. Somebody, usually the goalie, might be a crease defender, is always barking out where the ball is, and they use a clock, or they use a left or a right or whatever. Here is a underhander by Blazak looking for another one, looking for a second straight, unable to. Nice job by Tallman to, get a stick in on that pass. Whoop. Smith loses the cradle, draws the attention of Nemo, the defender. And they do transition into the box. And they did get it down to Hazard, but Hazard unable to hazard a shot. I know it was lame. 7:05 left to play. Canandaigua leading 3-1 over the McQuaid Jesuit Knights. Last time these guys played was in 2018, and as alluded to earlier, maybe a couple times, at least one time too many, was the McQuaid Jesuit put a pretty good whooping on the boys. It was a pretty good one. So we'll just leave it at that. And that again is the game that I think I was out for a couple weeks. 6:30 left to play here in the final frame. Canandaigua up 3-1. McQuaid trying to find a shot, and here's one. And it's going to go back to the fence. Backed up, though, by Woodard. No, that was Mooney that scored. Man, just good, hard, physical lacrosse. Brady Camella, he's not afraid to get physical. Who else? Dom Camella, Nick Herbst, Cody Ike, guys that were on my grades 2-3 YMCA team. I'll tell you what, Greg, we were pretty good too. 550. Oh, Cam Tallman had Cam Tallman as well. I've told you all the story about Cam Tallman, where he won that game for us. I told him, don't you even look, you just go to the basket, and he did. Ball up top, nice check by Camella. Eddinghausen ends up on the carpet. The ball's going to be picked up and brought down. Woo! Jackson Grant goes left-handed, left wing. Bennett, Tallman, runner, got it. Transition, textbook, transition. That, my friends, if you look up transition goal in an encyclopedia, on Wikipedia, that very play is going to be the example that they show. Absolutely. Grant brings it up, sends it down. Whew. They get it to Tallman, GLE, makes space, gets to the top shelf, gets to the top side of the island, gets... And the defender doesn't slide with him. The defender doesn't slide with him because if the defender slides with him, he might be able to put the stick on the hands. But as it was, Tallman, any physicality that guy brings on either the legs or up in the chest area, Tallman is strong enough to fight through that. And actually won by Canandaigua, but they're going to call a violation. I don't see what the violation. I was just busy watching Nemo on the run there. Yeah, that was, yeah. You see, I got to write that down. I didn't even write it down. I got two into calling it. We'll call it 5-10. That was Tallman, right?
It was Tallman. Tallman from Bennett.
Yeah, Tallman from Bennett. Make it 1-4, 4-1. So McQuaid down here, feeling the wrath, the energy, the adrenaline of the Canandaigua defense. Team that scores, I don't want to put the lucky on either one of them. Team that scores 10 goals per game, being held to just one. I think at this point, I have a really good idea who I'm giving the Tim McKenna construction grinder to. Left hand runner by Eddinghausen. running into the hand, but if you don't turn the body, he's just got to open them hips a little bit more. Just open the hips to the goal just a little bit more. Not so much stick that far out. You got to put some legs, you got to put some ground behind the shot that far out. There was another left-hand runner, that one by Harding. 4:08 left to play, goes all the way to the fence. And what I mean by the fence fans, it just means it goes out of bounds on the end line. All right, and after the shot, the team that's closest to the ball, when it goes out of bounds after the shot, gets the ball. And that's not a stick. That's the body part. McQuaid's going to call timeout. That's the body part, because when you see the goalie, when you see one of the attack men or one of the defenders running and they got their hand up, what they're doing is they're trying to get to the ball first. They want to be closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds after the shot, because they'll get the ball. It's not the stick, it's the hand, it's the body part that the official goes off of. And if an official is not in correct position to make that call, it can be tough. It can be tough. So a lot of times, I've seen times where, like the goalie obviously got out and was there, but the ref was out of position, so he called it wrong. I've seen it go both ways. That's why in a game where you see bad calls like that or you see missed calls, but they go both ways, but it goes both ways, you know what I mean? That's good. That's cool. That's fine. You know, I like a good physical game. I like when 99.9% of the officials that I know or have seen, and I am an official. I am a softball official. I've reffed football. I've reffed, I've reffed basketball. I've umpired baseball and softball. So, I'm not registered with anybody or certified or anything right now, but I've done it so I can speak on it. 3:57 left to play. 4-1. Canandaigua leads. There you go. Table bend set. All right. I think McQuaid has definitely set the pace as far as winning faceoffs. Just look at the defense they're going up against. All right. They only allow 4 goals per game. That's crazy. And then they can transition into offense, as we saw by the last transition goal, which to me was textbook. Here's McQuaid, left alley, Hazard dumps it down. I believe that was Mooney. The lone goal for McQuaid. As much as McQuaid will frustrate you, by staying there, being there. Here's a shot, wide left. Meat would have gobbled that thing up anyway. I got to be honest with you. All right, Jack Fayola, the sophomore. I mean, this dude's got the quickest hands I've seen in a while. He's got really quick hands. Great defense. Man, that's the Malachi crunch. There's the Malachi crunch between Platten and Lenz. I wouldn't want to be in between those two dudes. Or was Nemo in there? I thought Nemo was in there. I think that was, I could be wrong, but I think that was Nemo and Platt. 2:49 left to play. And Canandaigua with the restart. Man, just, listen, they're clicking, they're playing. Look at that. That's nice little seam pass there. Nice little seam pass over. Oh, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. They're going to say Elliot Morgan stepped out of bounds over on the far side. So with 2:35, listen, you can't let up. You got to. One of my favorite cliches is keep your foot on the throat. You can't let up. You say to yourself, yeah, but the score's 4-1. There's only 2 minutes left. A lot can happen in that time. All you need is to stop, send it down, get a face-off or two, bang, next thing you know, you're looking at another game here. But with 2:05 left to play, ball with Hazard up top. Good switch defensively there. Nice job by Morgan and Jackson Grant to communicate and get the defensive switch. Now, Harding, crazy enough to go into all those defenders. What's wrong with you, brother? You're going in there with Neiman, Brady Camara, Platten and Lenz. You're crazy, dude. Oh, hard hit over there, man, by Nemo. Keep on battling, man. Ball on the right-hand side, shot. I don't think that hit the upright. I think Fayola made that save. That was a huge rebound. I mean, it definitely came out of there as if it went off an upright. But I don't think I saw the ball go behind Fayola there. I thought it was out in front, unless it went through his legs, but at an angle over here on the 45 on the near side. I'm going with Fayola with the save until I'm told otherwise. Comes down, that was a save. Fayola, no doubt, with the save there. On the runner on the doorstep by Hocker. Hocker tried to hock one up there and knock one down, couldn't do it. All right, it was lame, but hey, I'm entertaining. Loose ball picked up by Platten. Platten does the spin. Dangerous feed to Morgan, but over here to pick it up is Grant. I got tongue-tied, folks. I got tongue-tied. What do you want? I was watching the game. This is a great game. Final minute. Yep, that definitely. Now they got to definitely, the way this situation is, they're going to put it up a lot quicker than they would have. And Canandaigua is going. Oh no, Canandaigua.
It would come out of the box.
I think it came out of the box. So, all right, take it easy. Final 35 seconds. Ball right at midfield. Still pinballed around. Now going to go down to about the 40. Going to come up with P.J. Rude. Rude's going to come up here to Sammy B. And final 25 seconds. I don't see Canandaigua trying to rip a rope here. I think they're just going to let time run out and improve to 10-0. And I could be wrong, but I believe be the first boys team to get 10-0 unless Thomas, Victor. Even then, Victor would only improve to 7-0. So Canandaigua is going to be the first Section 5 team to improve to double digits. 10-0, baby. They're going to win 4-1 over the McQuaid Jesuit Knights. So there you have it.